swore in Cape York that we never wanted to see any puddles or holes or dirt roads or corrugations ever again. And here we are just out the back of Port Macquarie on a four-wheel drive road only, because I want to cross into Port Macquarie on the ferry. But anyway, such is life, it's all good. Here we go. Well, we know our caravan's good for it. This is probably one of the only caravans that's been to Cape York, non-four-wheel drive caravan. It's been to Cape York and back with no hiccups at all. Have decided to do a four-wheel drive only safari tonight that saves us about 50 k's on the bitumen. It's 13 k's to the ferry. Give them a look at the road, Margaret. So here we go. To get through that, you've got to have the right tyre pressures and a little bit of momentum. So wish us well, because we're going to need all the luck we can get. We're on a track that we're already about 5 k's into, and there's nowhere to turn around. So no guts, no glory. Here we go. Well, Marg, it could be 6 foot deep. Can you swim?
Luckily, yes.
Well, the old scenario, never say die. When you own a Land Cruiser, you never have to worry about that. These old things, buddy, go anywhere. It's just idling away in second gear, in four-wheel drive, through the sand, through all the rough spots. There's nothing can stop this old truck. Looks like we've got a little obstacle coming up here. Oh, there's another little track someone prepared earlier. Bloody ripper. Hello, Kurt. Are you having fun? Well, we've just pulled up for a quick pit stop, and this sort of four-wheel drive track is relatively easy for four-wheel drive with low tyre pressure. But towing a caravan like that, it puts a different spin on it altogether. Right, there's over 2.5 tonne there, and it only changes the situation in the sand, in the thick sand. I can really feel it. I've got to do it with momentum, but other than that, no stress at all. It's a piece of cake. You can see there's been a motorbike through here. You would have seen him. He rode through our camp earlier where we had dinner. But during the rain season, this area here would be a couple of feet deeper water, and you just can't bring regular cars through these tracks. It's four-wheel drive only. So we've just chopped Curdy out. He keeps bumping my arm. He wants to sit out the window 24/7. He loves it that much. So we've just chopped him out with a milk crate on his bed, and now he's up there like a bloody king. Puppy booster. We treat him like a king because that's what he is. There we go. Well, he's still there, so that was successful. You like it, Curdy? You're supposed to be looking out the front window, buddy. This track that we're on now, I can honestly say it is worse than the Gibb River Road track up from just near, where is it? Just near Derby over to into Queensland and up to Cape York. You know, those roads you can do a little bit of speed on if you're set up for it. This road that we're on tonight, going from Limeburners Creek down to North Shore to the ferry to go across into Port Macquarie, we are doing walking pace, and we've been doing that for over 3 hours to do 13 k's. So yeah, if you reckon you're set up for it and you're going to do a trip, I dare you to come and have a look at this one. It's as rough as guts. There's big potholes in it literally everywhere. Coming through here tonight is probably not so bad compared to what it would be like after serious rain. This track is bad. You can see here these potholes are 6 and 8 inches deep. There's just not a chance that you can get any sort of speed up whatsoever. Like I said, we're just doing walking pace. There's nothing else we can do. But we're having a good time. It's all good. The air's nice and fresh out here. We can hear the waves crashing on our left. And we're over 3/4 of the way through it. So I'd say within about half an hour, we're going to be somewhere where we can put our heads down for the night. Well, we must be coming into some sort of civilization. You know, have a look at the terrain out here. It's rough as guts. I'm not complaining. I'm into loving the journey and living and learning. It is what it is, so I embrace it for what it is. It's brilliant. Yeah, I don't think these guys would have to worry too much about traffic. We're back on the bitumen anyway. A few houses that we just passed. Man, money's no object there. They're absolutely gorgeous out here at North Shore. Well, we found a camp here in North Shore. I'm going to stay tonight, and me and me 5'8" are just kicking back, making movies for you tube. Wow, good morning. What an eventful night that was. Our 13 kilometres to go from Limeburners Creek down to North Shore took us 3.5 hours. The road was that rough and sandy, let tyres down, had our dinner, all that sort of stuff. 3.5 hours to do 13 Ks. I've never heard of anything like it, but anyway, we got through it and it wasn't so bad. We made it fun and it was all right. So here we are. So we found our camp for the night, and it's on the North Shore beach, and it's a very pretty area. I'll put the drone up quickly and give you a quick look at it. You're going to see the drone go out over the water and to the right. And that big town that you see there is called Port Macquarie. It's a beautiful little town, and yeah, you'll be impressed. You'll see some good footage there in the next few days. And then we're on the ferry, and we're actually going into Port Macquarie. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Well, another day, another adventure. Away we go. like we just missed that ferry. It's only a 5-minute ride each way, so we'll chill out here for 15 and we'll be good to go. That would have to be one of the cheapest ferries that I've ever been on. 12 bucks for a car and caravan. You won't ever see it better than that. Now this is my little charging station. It's plugged in there. It's a 1000-watt inverter. It runs off the batteries that are underneath here. So yeah, plug the drone batteries in, turn them on, power it up, check that the batteries have got full power, which they have. Job's right there, and then have a fresh battery within about 40 minutes. You're happy up there, aren't you, Curdy?
He's tired.
Loves his new booster seat. Can see everything. Now that's a rig. Kurt's eyeing off the dogs. This is how good their vision is. Right over the other side, that'll be 650 metres I'd say. There's dogs on the beach over there and he's carrying on breathing. His breathing changes when he's interested in other animals. You can see him, can't you, Curdy? lot more paintings on the rocks by the looks of it, much like Nambucca Heads. Another little Fifi, Wayno. Have action. Well, we asked for a beachfront breakwall site and we got one. Well, this caravan park is going to be hard to beat. We've only been here an hour and it is sensational. They cater for everything. It's absolutely gorgeous and you'll see it all over the next couple of days. Just underneath this old girl, just running my eyes over everything. Tyre wear inside and out, nuts and bolts, things hanging off, anything broken. You know, everything looks absolutely fine, and especially some of the terrain that we crossed last night, coming from Limeburners Creek down to North Shore. I heard the I've just spotted a problem down there. You got to check your gear. I noticed quite a few things bottomed out on the ground last night from severe bumps. Even though we're only doing walking pace, it can still do damage. And there is a problem down there. I'll go down the back of the car and we'll have a look. There's a brace come off the fuel tank. You can see there that brace that holds the fuel tank in there. There's another one just there. It's not meant to be hanging down like that, I can assure you. But just having a look. All the shocker mounts, the diff, the unis, calipers, brake lines. There's a bit of sand up the back there, but that's normal where we've been. Other than that little bracket, everything here looks really good. So I'll get to the bottom of this now, but you can actually see there it's been rubbing on the tail shaft. So yeah, that's an easy fix. If that's all I've got to fix, I'm happy with that. Yeah, so it just looks like a bolt's come out of that, but I'll have one on board and we'll slam a new bolt in it, and that's about all I've had to fix. Wow. Now that's what I call a rig. Life's good. Haven't seen one of these for a long time. Well, there's no excuse now, Marg. We've got them here for you to hire, so all you got to do is take your pick, and they're all the same. Curdy boy in there probably tomorrow. This will be Margaret and I and her new 200 series Sahara. Before you know it, we'll be cruising around in her car. Haven't done no hands for many years. I reckon we could nail this speed hump. Oh yes. Getting good at this riding the bike thing. 232 for diesel. Haven't seen it like that low for a couple of months. It's been 239 or above. Time to get our tyres back up to pressure after last night's expedition. Yeah, won't be long now. Another Christmas. Just gotta love a trip to Kmart. It's one of the best shops in the world. Well, one of my mates super cheap. Let's go in and see what he's got for me today. I think that's about all we need today. Well, what are they going to think of next at Super Cheap? This is more my type of aisle. Oh, I see, you're that busy you can't get your head off the steering wheel, mister. Come on, up, into your bed. Quick, get up. Oh, you can see everything up there, can't you, mister? couple of beautiful beaches around here. I actually forgot how beautiful it was when I was living here, 13 or 14 years ago. Only for 6 months, but I got to know all the beaches very, very well. But sadly today it's very overcast, so it doesn't show its true beauty, but I'm sure you can see enough to appreciate just how beautiful Port Macquarie is and all the beaches. So the story goes, young Harry up there used to live down here at Shelley's Beach. And there's a replica over there of his caravan. You would have just seen that on the drone. Anyway, just another magical, beautiful, awesome place to hang out. Wow, I rang Telstra to have a data update because we've been using lots of data and I'm running out. It's making loading films very slow, but Telstra chopped me out in 5 minutes. It was a 45-minute wait on the phone, and I couldn't get in to message them on the Telstra app because I couldn't remember my password. I haven't needed it for over a year, but once again, Telstra to the rescue. They are the best of the best. I'm assuming it's some sort of art. Other than that, I have no idea what this sculpture type thing is. Wishing well, perhaps? Who knows? It's bizarre anyway. I just noticed this Norfolk Island pine. That would have to be the biggest base I've ever seen in a Norfolk Island pine. That'd be 3.5 metres right at ground level, and just as she goes up, that'd be well over 1.5 metres. This particular tree, like I said, is the biggest one I've ever seen as far as the base is concerned. It's the glass house with all the information, they call that place. So, first time in 7 months or 214 days, this old girl's been off the roof. She's a 7-foot thruster. It belongs to a mate of mine out of the Ghost Riders in Geelong. Kurt, thank you mate. And it's actually going to get wet. So the leg rope dried out and snapped due to the weather and the age. So I've bought a new leg rope and some new wax, and we are going to hit the waves. So first thing we're going to do is go up and wash Curdy boy in the dog wash. Time for a shower, Curdy. Yeah. And then we're going to see if we can ride a couple of waves. Why not? The worst thing that can happen is I'm going to get wet and fall off, and I can't wait. You ready, Mr. Kurt? Up. Hey, good boy. Time for a bath.
Monkey. You're going to cocktail. What's that now? I think that's nice, and I'm just
Not too sure about that, are you, Booker?
Yeah, baby. Good boy. Wait.
Done, mister?
Good boy. Let me show you straight.
Oh, I like that.
Put the tail down. Yeah, Bubba. Yeah, Bubba. Ready? Ready? Sit. You missed the tail completely. Teddy, here. Bring the tail.
Wait.
Come on. Teddy, here. Other one, up. Good boy.
Now, there's a man that needs no introduction. So we're just knocking a bit of the Cape York dust and some of the wax off it. Once it's been in the sun, it comes off quite easy. Yeah, so we'll give her a bit of a tune up, bang some new wax on it, and we are hitting the waves. Almost there. Kettle full of hot water and a rag cleans the rest up like brand new, and it'll be done in 5 minutes. Good job, Mark, thank you. You gonna have a go at surfing, Mark?
Nah, well, I just washed my hair, so probably not.
Oh, really? I thought you'd have been doing handstands and cartwheels. Not today?
Not moving around yet.
Spotless and ready to go. Time for some new wax. Well, as you just seen, it shows how close I was to getting into that current. No chance. Go again. So I was just about to go back out, and this whole waterfront area where it's suitable to surf is all full of rocks. And 3 weeks to go on our trip. I don't want to do an injury, but you've seen what happened there. The tide's coming in, so it's roaring down that river. And the way the water's coming in, the massive water that's flowing in the river acts like a suction, and it just sucked me around the corner and straight down the river. And as much as I could paddle, there was nothing I could do. But we got out of there safe and sound, and now I'm worn out. I'm a bit unfit for an old boy. There's always tomorrow or the next day down the east coast. We'll find somewhere else to get a surfing where it's a bit safer. Well, that turned out to be an eventful afternoon, let me tell you. But we lived to tell the tale.